So how do we want to do the roll?
It's time. It's time to do the roll off.
For the roll off. Oh boy!
Look at that! I got a natural 20. Colin, it's your fucking turn.
God!
Nerd.
But I got a natural 22, and I want Matt to do it.
Oh no! I guess it's a roll off between them.
It could have been so easy.
Colin,
guys,
why
it
the
could have been so easy. Why are you doing this?
Why the fuck did you sign us up for this?
I don't know, man. I didn't think they would literally repeat what just happened in the episode right before this one verbatim.
Honestly, it's perfect. It's absolutely perfect. There's no going back.
A fucking cracker.
Oh, God.
All right.
Is that clean enough, or do we need to redo that?
No, I'll do the goddamn
we are
recap.
keeping
I
this.
need to get out of here. I either have COVID or did too many push-ups. I'll never know. I need to get this over with. So,
oh my God.
So we're gonna dive into the recap of the last episode, an episode that encountered no technical difficulties or behind-the-scenes tumult. So, in Chapter 61, insert title here of Dice Populi, because it hasn't been edited yet. We open on Locke and Mouse in the cell. Mouse tries to sneak a key from Mackenzie. Mackenzie hit him with book. Poof, Bates like dead again. He pops splat right on the floor. And Kalt and Maeve try to sweet talk Arlen into helping them, but instead gets everybody's ass hauled down to the dungeon.
I mean, I wasn't trying to sweet talk. It was more of like a very subtle sexual game that I was trying to play.
Yeah, we saw a different side of Kalt that we were definitely not prepared for.
Yeah, that was as subtle as a sledgehammer to the jaw.
Yeah,
so.
no, that was sweet talk is just me being delicate. Ryan, you're welcome.
So then as we get brought down to the dungeons, or as Kalt might call them, the fungeons. I don't know. He didn't say that, but that he
Kalt's really
should've.
into non-fungible tokens.
Oh, God, shut up.
Okay.
So we come down just in time as, Bait is, quote, dead, unquote, after getting slammed by a book. Somehow we managed to convince everybody that Mackenzie was also like the biggest mastermind behind everything. And we get him implicated. And so then we all end up in the dungeon, and I believe we were going to be interrogated by a gnome with these like pop bottle glasses or whatever. And Kalt was super big brain and managed to get a time crystal and warp us to the past again.
But yeah, we were also without all of our shit, I think.
Yeah,
Correct.
I think where we left off is we were trying to go get our shit back, and we ended up being chased by a big hunky dude. Turns out all the time-locked monsters have our shit.
And it had the belt.
Well, like, the big hunky dude was like several dudes fused onto the back of another dude.
Yeah, it's a summary. I keep it quick.
That was pretty good. Honestly, 10 out of 10. I would never do that again, though.
Yeah, so were we about to do a fight? Was that the idea, or we were just trying to get out of there?
I mean, we ended seeing Locke's strength belt on this big boy.
Yep.
So I guess what we do is up to Locke, because I will tell you, I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but Colin has noticed this. I don't think we've done a single real combat this whole adventure. We have fucked off out of every single engagement.
It's true.
Yep.
And I am so down to keep that going.
I do have one question. Like, how much did we lose everything? Did it take our armor too? Are we like naked?
I was told I have nothing but my clothes.
All right, so it's just clothes.
You have pants on.
Those are his clothes.
You know, in the spirit of fairness, everyone has their armor, but they don't have anything else.
And I will only be punching people from now on.
I think that as we see the big time locked belt man.
Shut your fucking mouth.
God.
All right. I think Bait is just gonna say, all right, don't know about you guys. We've been fucking around a lot. I don't need to deal with this. Can we just get to the labs, please? Like walking backward, trying to get away from this thing.
But we need our stuff.
I mean, sorta?
What do you mean, sorta?
I've never heard Kalt's voice go so high.
That was basically Ryan being like, what do you mean, sorta? I have a cool ass staff that's in the mix here.
Yeah, I hate, man. I also have a cool ass staff in the mix, but I also have a cool ass me that I don't want dead.
I'm going to speak very bluntly. I'm going to say that my staff is way cooler than yours, Bait.
Bait, it seems you like being dead a lot too. Like, what the hell are you doing?
This is not the time to discuss this. What are we doing? Bait is still walking back down the hallway, like backward away from this thing. I'm hoping there's not another monster behind me.
Aren't we like in a room? And wasn't it like through the doorway? Is there another doorway we can exit through, or we have to go through the same way it's coming
We have to
through?
go back and...
I definitely remember the room, having multiple ways out.
Yeah. Chowder, I actually have a question. After Base got mouse booked, I was unresponsive for a whole hour. Is there any chance you would count that as a short rest?
I mean, I guess you were technically unconscious, so does that count as sleeping?
It's not unconscious. I could say he was unconscious, but...
You know what? No, I'm gonna say no. Like a short rest implies, like relaxation and stuff. If you're not breathing, you're not relaxed.
No, I was basically catatonic.
Oh man, I woke up from this coma. I feel so refreshed.
yeah, that's not how I want to spin this.
That's not how that works.
That doesn't seem right.
So, can we get a quick word picture thing about where exactly we are, just to immerse ourselves?
Quick word picture. To the south, there's the doorway that the time-locked squadron is standing in. The dude with the strength belt. To the east is the infirmary Maeve and Kalt were in earlier. To the north is another doorway. To the west is another doorway. The west is like a hallway. The north seems to lead into a room.
What story are we on? I know this is a 4-story building, and the labs, I believe, are on the 2nd floor. So where are we? I might be wrong about where the labs are.
The labs are not in the 2nd floor. You are on the ground floor, and with like the dungeons being like a basement level.
So, why don't we let's just get the belt, because then at least we'll have something useful.
Okay, so I just want to be clear. I want to set like clear boundaries here. We get the belt. Are we then just gonna hunt down every monster in the castle until we get everything back? Like, we gotta cut our losses.
So, so the door, as he says that, the door to the north opens, and you see like a dude with like half his face melted off, like and like parts of his body like just sort of fetid and rotted, and it is Arlen, the guy you left in a room full of like poisonous boiling gas stuff.
Oh.
And he's like, wait, come in this room. I can help you out.
But we left him to die. I don't trust him.
Also, coming out of a room mangled saying it's safe in here seems a little rough.
No, thank you.
I mean, do we have a better choice?
Hold on. Insight. I'm rolling insight on this. Nat 20 on that insight.
Oh my god.
He is telling you the truth. The optics isn't great, but he is in fact telling you the truth.
Stinky as he is, this boy passed the sniff test. Bait runs in the room past Arlen.
Follow as well.
Okay.
Everyone goes in the room. He shuts the door, and you hear like the time-locked squadron like straight up tackling the door. It hasn't broken yet. Well, maybe I should roll for that actually. So I'm gonna say 15 or higher. It breaks the door. That's a 14. Which is
14 if it's a strength check and it has the belt on.
Yeah, no, that's the thing. It rolled low with the belt. It got.
Why
14.
would you even try to make that happen?
Yeah, don't you remember, Matt? Last time Pat did something like that to you, you killed 70 people. Like, okay, be chill.
But anyways, the door is splintering, but for now it hasn't broken through quite yet. So as he's like holding to the door, he's like, okay, so I totally get the situation was urgent, so whatever. I wake up, I remember meeting you guys in the past, and it's like, well, that's a new memory. And I also remember us taking your stuff. So I started going around and collecting some of your stuff.
Yay.
Furrow, I am doing this too. Bait furrows his brow so hard, like, you were left in a room of acid by us.
Bait.
Okay,
Don't look a melted man in the mouth.
Okay,
which is perhaps significant because, like, right side of his face, you can see like his molars and jaw.
Yeah.
Yes,
I then Beta's just gonna say, well, you've been through a lot of shit over however many years you've been here, and you don't look too much worse for wear. Now,
Bait, wrap it up! Hurry, the door!
then let me roll deception real quick, and that was a natty 1. Oh boy.
He is very insulted, but
Oh my god.
he lets it slide because right now, more urgent things, which is to say, 13 plus the belt is definitely breaking that door.
Shit.
He's knocked back, and he goes, take these. Bait and Maeve, you get your magical items back.
Mr. Bear!
Other stuff like weapons are in the back of this room, and this particular room is kind of like 3 rooms joined together. It's kind of a weird layout. Basically, it's not like room, doorway. It's just like 3 rooms that don't have a wall between them, I guess.
Gotcha.
Is the way
Okay.
to put it.
Yeah.
You're not gonna find other magical items in there, though.
So there's weapons, but is there like, I don't know, like a magic focus of any kind? Or a component pouch?
What you're gonna find is your inventories that don't include your magic items or focus, but you would find your component pouch if you did have.
What? I mean, I don't have one, so that's why I'm asking if there is something like that.
You know what? Roll. What would that be? Perception.
Investigate?
Investigate. Yeah, I'm gonna say either perception or investigation.
That is a 12 plus 9, so 21.
You're rifling through the stuff, and most of it is like the stuff that the party had. But there are other confiscated stuff, and you find a component pouch.
All right, I strap on the fanny pack.
Yeah, it is like a component pouch belonging to a druid. So like, whenever you cast a spell, tell me what objects the spell would require, and I will consider if a druid would have had that kind of stuff on him.
Okay. So just to be clear, I know that you don't have like a list of all the magical items that we had. Should we go through the stuff that we had and some of it is gone and you choose, or like how are we handling, or are we just getting everything back except the belt, which seems extremely generous?
Well, the belt and my magical items.
The belt and Kalt's magical items. Maeve and Bait get theirs back.
Yeah, okay,
is what I'm saying.
This is a
okay.
load of barnacles.
All right, so then Bait is going to pick up the Staff of Fire, and as the door splinters, ready and aim it at the door, prepared to use it.
I hold up Mr. Bear in front of me, but kind of cower a little bit, like I'm trying to hide behind him. And he has his little top hat on as well.
Bait is going to say to Arlen, it's like, is there an easier way out of this room?
Actually, no, this is a storage room. There's only one way in, and that guy's in front of it.
Shit. Are we rolling initiative or what?
Yes,
Okay.
rolling initiative.
That's a 13.
I got a natural 20.
I also have a 13.
I have a 14.
So, question about the belt. I realized I've just been assuming, but
The belt of Cloud Giant Strength.
so that is a plus 10 to strength, or how does that work?
Automatically sets your strength to 27.
Oh, and how much is 27?
Plus 8.
Okay, noted. Who got the nat 20?
Kalt did.
Okay, Kalt. What do you do?
It's through the door? I didn't know if it was still working its way through the door.
Oh, it's already through the door.
All right. Does it look like it has eyes that it is using?
It has several pairs of eyes that it's using, yeah.
And how far away are we from it?
20 feet away. Oh, yeah, I imagine, like, you guys, like, ran back a little, so, yeah, I'm gonna say 20 feet away from it.
All right. I am going to attempt to use the spell Polymorph, which is a 4th level spell. Do I have a caterpillar cocoon in my material pouch?
You would have a caterpillar cocoon in your material pouch.
All right. I'm going to attempt to polymorph it into... You know what? I'm going to try and polymorph it into a little
Turtle.
slug.
Or slug.
Oh, but I don't want to attack a turtle. Turtle's good, though.
Oh, that's true. Okay.
Bait sees Kalt palm the little caterpillar cocoon. He's like, oh man, I used to have one just, oh, that's so cool. I love that thing.
Noted. And the DC is 17. So it would be a wisdom saving throw, I believe.
Wow, this boss fight's about to end in one turn, isn't it?
We'll see. This didn't work last time, so.
16.
Oh, it fails. That's great.
Wait. Hold on. It just occurred to me. I'm looking at the spell list I gave this motherfucker. It has counterspell.
I'll counterspell
battle.
I'll counterspell the counterspell.
I love counterspell battles.
It'll counterspell the counterspell.
But it already used its
Wait, how
reaction.
can it? Wait, excuse me. How can it counterspell my counterspell?
Because it is multiple people. It has multiple reactions. Because like there are several people on that squadron, and there are actually like 2 mages on that back. You still got a movement.
I will stand where I am, I guess.
Okay, yeah. Next up in the initiative.
Okay. How attached is my belt to the person or the entity?
Okay, so it is not around the waist of the main dude who everything is like standing on. It is around the waist of like slung around like the shoulder and chest on like one dude up top of the thing. And this thing is like 10 feet tall.
I don't know if you are going to allow this, but is there anybody wearing anything made of metal besides the belt in this mass of motherfuckers?
Yes.
I would like to use Shocking Grasp and specifically try to target the metal part of this mass of whatever. So I make a melee spell attack.
It uses the second to last counter spell.
Oh, I hate you so goddamn much.
Interesting.
Then that's my fucking turn. Okay.
Is it my turn?
It is your turn.
Excellent. I would like to cast Suggestion on the creature.
It uses its last counter spell.
You literally just said that to Pat.
He said second to
said
last.
second to last, so now he's got none left.
If you misheard.
Well, I mean, that's it. I mean, you cast a spell and the counterspell happens.
Right. Unless you want to move, you got nothing.
I don't really have a good bonus action here. So instead, I will do nothing. Go ahead, Bait.
Okay. Boy, I could go 2 very different directions here. Bait is holding the Staff of Fire that he got on Arianor, pointing it at the thing. After seeing like this volley of magic shit fail like one after the other on this thing, he looks at the staff and thinks like, I don't know about this. He then pulls the staff back, focuses, and casts a familiar spell. Conjure animals. The bears are back. There are 2 bears in the room between us.
There are 2 bears in the room. These are, in fact, the same bears from last time. I just thought that'd be a fun little detail. There you go.
Got them back. I conjured them from where they were before. So, the bears are back, baby.
Pocket bear.
Pocket bear. We're going to have to name these bears eventually. Maybe one is Dan and one is Barry. Bait is going to then sort of like just step back a little further, try to get more than 20 feet away from this thing. And then yell at the bears, get him, or something like that. I don't know, something cool. I'll fix it in post. So I guess next up is the brown bears. They are each going to move up to the thing and do a multi-attack. So let me roll for each bear. So the first bear's bite is a total of 21.
He's going to cast Shield. 21 still hits.
Okay. The claws, that's going to be a 12. I'm guessing that does not.
12 does not hit.
All right. The second bear, its bite is a nat 1, and its claws are an 11. So one of these 4 attacks hits. That's going to be 1d8 plus 4. That's a 5 plus 4. So the bears charge at him, swinging and biting wildly. Only one attack finds its mark, and it takes 9 damage.
All right.
Bait is very proud of the fact that the bears are here and fighting, but seeing them miss so much, he's kind of like, aw, damn it.
Well, it's more like the attacks are like glancing off like a shield, but one of them makes their mark, and it tears off one of its many arms. And like it kind of like when it rips off, it's kind of like taking like a roasted piece of chicken and like just ripping it off with your hands.
Excellent. I think that's it for the bears.
Bears.
Next up is Arlen's turn. He is prone. He uses his movement to get up, and he is going to hit it with 3 Eldritch Blasts. It hits 20 damage altogether.
It looks even more disappointed in the bears.
Here's how it goes down. Like while he's focused on the bears, there's an opening that he's able to exploit, and he fires off 3 shots, and all of them hit their mark. It is got some holes in it, and now it's turn. It is going to make 5 attacks.
Well.
Two on one bear and 3 on the other.
Oh boy.
All right, I'm just gonna roll once for all of them. Just 10 plus 8 is 18. Does 18 hit?
Yeah.
I have written here, just for my own ease, it just does flat damage for each hit. So one bear takes 20, the other takes 0 damage.
All right, they're both still standing. Okay, Bait looks as disappointed in these bears as one could possibly look in a bear.
They take some pretty heavy damage, but they're bears. They're pretty beefy boys.
They're bears. They'll be fine. Don't worry about them.
We're back to the top of the order, so...
I guess I'm going to Firebolt.
Fireball. Yep.
Does a 15 hit?
15 hits. The shield spell is gone by now, but yeah, 15 hits. Yep.
17 points of damage. Fire damage. That's my turn.
Next up are the bears, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Amid the flurry of blows and fireballs and eldritch blasts, Bait will just say, "Come on, you can do better than this!" And let's go ahead and roll the 4 attacks. It's a 13.
Hits.
Nice. That is a 15.
Hits.
That is a 6.
Hits. What? No, it doesn't
What?
hit.
No, that does not hit. That's a 6 and a
6.
7. So
6 and 7 do not hit.
Yeah, no. Okay, so the first bear, who looks to be the stronger of the two after the flurry of blows, manages to land both a bite and sink its claws into the time-locked thingy and just starts, like, shredding that chicken like nobody business. The bite does 11 damage, and then the claws, as he tears the tendons and sinews, does 12 damage. So 23 damage from one bear, and the other weaker one is just not making Papa proud today.
Well, fun fact. So your bear starts like mauling this dude. Blood's like splattering across the wall, and it falls to the ground dead.
And Bait's eyes perk up like, oh my god, they did it. Oh my god, guys! Oh my god, they did it! Are you kidding me?
His reaction is like of a fan of a losing football team going
The Bears did
God,
it!
I didn't
Guys,
expect
it's
it.
about time.
Don't talk about losing football right now, man. It hurts.
I'm aware. That's why I'm using the
Oh,
metaphor.
weird. Pat just disconnected from the call. Oh, man.
Hey, I'm gonna head out now.
Bye, guys.
Have fun.
Bait's not going to do anything. Bait's just going to, like, watch incredulous that the Bears have shredded this thing down. Locke, is that, you get your belt?
I'm gonna try. How much weird mass of people do I have to sift through to get it back?
You do have to sift through like a gross mass of people.
Right.
Fun fact, it's 5 people, 2 mages, a knight, and 2 veterans.
Yeah, I'll
6.
start digging through the bodies to get all of our shit back.
I'm going to say that Raz is the bear that did a lot of damage and is healthy, and Barry is the sort of, like, one that's wounded, and Barry is just, like, trying to slurp up the mess of...
How long do they last? How long are they going to stay with us?
It's concentration up to 1 hour for the Bears.
And to Pat's point, is there more than just the belt, or is it just the belt on them?
All right, yeah. So Raz is like, licking the wounds of Barry, trying to help his buddy out there. Locke is like sifting through all this gross blood and giblets and bones that are just.
Do I have to make a constitution check to not throw up?
Do you want to do a constitution check?
I was just asking if you wanted me to do it.
No,
I'm
I
not
don't.
saying I want to throw up, but, like, I'm fine with it.
But like for the flavor of the realism of this fantasy game that we
Flavor
play.
is maybe not the best word right here.
No, you can throw up if you want to, but
You can leave your friends behind.
You can puke on your friends if you want to.
This is the kind of freedom that that the druids were trying to get from the mage lords, so they can just
Freedom to
throw up on
vomit
their
on
friends.
you find your belt and like yank it from the dude. His hand comes off, still holding on to the belt, but you have the belt in your hand and you raise it into the air like a championship wrestler, dude.
Hell yeah.
You have your belt back.
I'm gonna put it on and like just touch it for a little bit and just start whispering, "Oh, it's okay. It's okay. Daddy's home. Daddy's got you."
You have your belt back. You do, in fact. Everyone has their items back except for Kalt, who has his items, but not his
Not my magic ones.
That's correct.
Okay, Bait steps over to tend to the bears and then asks Arlen, well, I guess that explains how you survived and got so much shit back. So how do we get to the labs from here?
Okay, so to get to the labs, we actually do need to go through the dungeons. So,
Fantastic.
Okay, lead the way.
Arlen, on your travels, and as you've been trying to find our items, did you find one of these beasts that might have like a really cool skull staff, maybe poking out the side of it?
let me remember. I was just kind of hunting people down by memory.
Let me roll a die for that.
I believe one of the scientists have it.
Bait eyes Kalt's like, scientists hang out in laboratories. I don't know.
But like, is the scientist like around here, or is it like somewhere else, or?
He shrugs. I don't know. It's been a very long time.
Cool. As he kind of just like pushes his boot into the ground a little bit and like puts his hand behind his back.
Oh man.
He puts his hand over your shoulder, Kalt. You can see like the bones of like the back of the hand showing, but like the skin on the fingers and thumbs are still there, and knuckles.
And knuckles.
I'm done. I'm out. See you guys.
I'm sorry.
Anyways, yeah, he's just like, we'll find it. Don't worry.
If you say so.
Bait is actually gonna peep how rugged Arlen's looking now that we have a second to breathe. And is just going to ask, Bait is also going to, if there's no objection, start walking down the hall cautiously.
Yeah. Okay. You ask him how he's doing, or what do you mean?
I mean, you're not looking great. Is this something that will go away as part of, the time stuff that happens to you? Or is this
after
permanent?
the third day, I'll be back to my normal.
Okay,
so
I was about to say, you
limping.
seem super chill. Super chill for someone
that
looks as awesome as you do.
I'm in incredible pain right now. Kinda imagine one more hit will do me in, just so you know. In mechanical terms, he's got 2
Okay,
HP
so Bait's
left.
gonna like wince and say, all right, come here, bud. And I'm gonna reach out a hand and rest it on his chest and cast Cure Wounds.
All right.
So I cast a Cure Wounds, and I'm casting it at 3rd level. So that means I increase it by 2d8. So I'm gonna roll 3d8 and see how much juice I give the boy.
Don't like that.
Why?
Dislike
juice.
How much juice I
I'm
give
so
the
sorry.
boy.
Yeah, that was my bad. That's a 2, that's a 1, and that's a 1. So he gets 4 whole health back. Glad I spent that spell slot.
You don't have a spellcasting modifier to add?
Yeah, you add a spellcasting mod to it.
1d8 plus your spellcasting ability modifier.
Oh,
plus
it literally
1d8
does say
for
that.
each.
Okay, hold on. That is +2, so he gets 6 whole damage back. 6 whole
Jesus
HP.
fucking Christ.
Yeah, no, that's rugged.
So underwhelming.
A single band-aid appears over his ravaged face.
I'm gonna look at him and say, it ain't much, but here you go. And I'll toss him the potion of healing that I have.
He grabs the potion with his newly healed arm, chugs it down, and how much?
It's 2d4 plus 2, so it's not, again, a lot, but anything's gonna help him.
It may be, in fact, more than
3.
he was just healed, so.
3, 4 plus 2
Yes.
is
Hell yeah.
9. Thank you. That actually did help, and you see some of his wounds heal. So.
And I'll help as well, and I'm going to cast Mending on his shirt.
You can't mend his jaw?
Nope.
Honestly, it was getting a bit drafty.
Arlen, you should probably stay behind me for the time being.
Okay.
Hey, you. Yeah, you. Get over here. Get out of that hallway. Come check out this cool breakaway. Hey, it's me, Colin. Just here to do the breakaway. That mid-roll thing that most podcasts do. That is just the world in which we live. And this is where we talk about some housekeeping stuff, tell you about the things we're up to and that our friends are up to. So thank you so much for listening to Dicey Waters Chapter 62, Squad Goals. Our Patreon title voting has been killing it lately. if you ever want to weigh in on what to name these episodes, you can go to our Patreon. But we'll talk more about that in a second. First, I gotta let someone else do the talking because, like I said, we have friends. That's right, we have friends. So many friends that we just can't shut up about them. But for once, we will. So please enjoy a few words from our friends at Tales from the Tavern.
I'm Commander Shepard, and Tales from the Tavern is my favorite stream on Twitch.
Tales from the Tavern is the epic TTRPG talk show where chat asks all of the questions.
D20s are completing their natural migration to raise their D4s.
Oh, I love that idea that D4s are just baby D20s and everything is just...
They don't mature for 5 years.
They don't mature for 5 years.
That's amazing.
You heard it here first, folks. D4s are
that.
just baby D20s. Join us live on Twitch every Sunday night at 8 p.m. Eastern on twitch.tv/GamerMomLuna.
I can't help it. I stepped in it and smeared it with my toes.
It's okay. I forgive you.
Or look for Ears Edition wherever you get your podcasts.
I think wholesome sometimes the best moments were just it's the human aspect of the game in some ways, kind of peeking through in unexpected ways.
Join me, Gamer Mom Luna, each week as I interview 5 new guests. Hope to see you there.
Bye.
Tales from the Tavern, as you can just tell from what they said, you can hear their stuff on Twitch or the Ears Edition, or wherever you find your podcasts. I think I've said this before. I love the term Ears Edition as a way to describe an audio form of a video product. Just wish I thought of it first, and now I haven't. So please go take a look at them and all they have to offer. As far as what we have to offer, just a couple things. One, our coloring book initiative is wrapping up by the end of February. So by the time you hear the next episode, we will no longer be collecting submissions. I myself have submitted 4. We have some great stuff from the community. I have 1 or 2 more ideas that I want to chuck together and put into the final doodad. But then for the end of March, when we wrap up this season, we will be publishing that coloring book PDF for anyone that wants to, just have a fun, relaxing little way to enjoy art from the Dice Populi team and community. As far as our Patreon goes, I want to shout out a couple things. One, I did put together a director's commentary of the last episode, which was Chapter 61, The Tragedy of Mackenzie. That's what it was called. That was a tremendously difficult edit for 5 gigantic reasons that have to do with production failures, personal issues. A lot of things came together to make that tremendously difficult, but I think the episode turned out great. I have part 1 of a director's commentary. It's just an hour of me going through the edit, a fully done edit, not me starting from scratch. It is a complete edit, and I go through it and I break down what happened. And I think it's fun. I love behind the scenes content, so I'm incredibly biased. But if you like behind the scenes content, you should check that out. If you are on our Patreon, that is available for both levels of contribution. Similarly, at the higher level of contribution, our hero level, our good friend Ryan Mossbarger, Kalt himself, is testing out some ideas in our Discord for our Patreon members, trying to run a Sharn-based game for our Discord members. We're sort of feeling out how this kind of thing works. Thanks to our moderator in our Discord, and this is not a Patreon specific thing, we have open community gaming tables. So if you ever are just looking for some people to do one-shots with, I know it's hard to get a group together. Believe me, I know. There's now a space for you to do that in our Discord. And if you happen to be part of our Patreon, we might be a little more directly involved in your experience that way. So we're testing out a bunch of different things. We're really trying to find out what we can actually offer that would be a good value for you. I love doing behind the scenes stuff. Ryan loves running tabletop games. Like I think we're all sort of finding things that really fit into our niche. And I hope you enjoy all of it. So again, if you join our Patreon, you can vote on the titles, you can play some games with us, and you can see how the show is made. Otherwise, if you don't feel like joining the Patreon, you can still just tell people, hey, this is a pretty good podcast. Let them know. It's a fun time. So check out Tales from the Tavern, check out our Patreon, and more importantly, check out the rest of this episode. I'm going to sneak back into this side room here. You go back out there. I'm going to keep this breakaway to myself.
All right, so... You make it back into the dungeon without a hitch. If I were an asshole, I probably wouldn't make you have a hitch, but I'm
thanks for not being an asshole. Bait is like still going to avoid eye contact with Locke and try to keep some distance.
So as Bait is trying to avoid eye contact, with Locke as much as possible. Kalt is trying to have eye contact as much as possible with Bait. So every time he like turns, Bait's head is there and he's trying to like lock eyes with him. He's got a judgmental glare on.
All right, if this keeps happening, Bait is eventually going to say, fucking what?
I don't know. Why are you avoiding looking at Locke? And I'm just going to keep on staring him down.
Bait is going to, like, with his eyebrows, just be like, it's obvious, but then is just going to look forward again unless Kalt says something more pointed and less obvious. He's not taking the bait. Oh, damn it.
You can actually hear under Kalt, but take the bait as he giggles to himself.
As you enter, and as like with like a now conscious Bait who is like visible to all the other guys.
Well, we're still in the present, not in the past, so
well, no, that's what I was actually going to say. Like all the time lock creatures in the cages, just start like reacting to seeing Bait and like just start reaching towards you as if they kind of recognize you.
Friends of yours, Bait?
I hope not. Can I roll like insight or perception to see if I recognize the voices, kind of like I did before?
Yeah.
Can I remember? Are we near the cell where we saw all of the other druids locked up while we were getting interrogated?
I think that's exactly where we are.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right where we are. Yeah, so I got a 15 on that insight when Kalt asked me the question.
Yeah, you are recognizing some of the voices. Some of them are people you wouldn't be familiar with, but like some of them are like people you studied with, fellow students, and some of them.
Hi, it's me, Derek.
We can cut that read. I think and just go with one that Chowder did. I think that'd be best.
Me, Derek.
Yeah, I'll loop back and fix that.
I like biscuits and waffles. Hi. What?
Anyways, but like also you recognize that some of the voices are coming from like elders and leaders that were taken in, and one of them is in fact your teacher, Osmeros.
Oh no.
Bait is going to be drawn very much to the voice of Osmeros. Assuming I find the right cell, what do I see?
You do find the right cell, and you follow the voice, and you see, well, a gross, decrepit, emaciated thing in the cell. It looks to you and reaches out to you, but it can't really say much, but you see a glimmer in its eye, and it's such a weird contrast because the Osmeros you knew, while old, was also kind of regal and dignified. Just a very vibrant man, bushy beard, just the kind of face that would immediately just put you at ease. Piercing eyes and wrinkles that, like, it works for him. But like here, not so much.
Yeah, work with an E, as in work it.
Work it. Osmeros working it. Bait is going to like run up to the cell and is like visibly crushed by recognizing Osmeros in this like twisted form. Bait is going to turn to Arlen and say, get them to the labs, figure out how to break this cycle. I need to take care of something.
Okay, I know the entrance to the labs. I actually don't. We're going to have to figure out how to open the entrance to the labs. So, okay, guys, follow me.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's fine. Bait is going to look at the group and say, I have a feeling they'll be better off without me for at least a while anyways.
Bait, wouldn't it be unwise to be by yourself in this place? I mean, if you...
When have I done anything you would consider wise?
Oh, I mean, rarely, but usually you listen to wisdom. Wouldn't it... I mean, if you're going to kill all of these remnants, wouldn't you want some help? I'll help you. You've got a fun, probably.
I just need some answers. I'll be back before you know it. And Bait charges the crystal and disappears into the past, separate from the group.
Well, we could be safe in the knowledge that if he's caught, he'll either be dead in actuality or play dead. When they burn the body, it won't really matter either way.
Yeah. So I guess we'll start with you guys. So Arlen leads you to a to a room. It looks empty except for a glowing green circle in the middle, and he says that would be your way to the labs. Unfortunately, there's a code word you gotta say to open it up, and I don't know what it is. And he points to some writing on the circle.
Are there any hinges on this door?
No hinges.
All right, what's the clue then? What's the writing?
First things first, the writing is in Infernal. Does anyone speak Infernal?
That's a negative, brother,
Pretty sure
man.
your boy does. I speak Abernal. Abyssal and
Abernal.
Also known as Abernal to those in the know.
It's the Spanglish of that.
So, Maeve can also read Infernal due to her tiefling heritage.
Snaps.
But she's like, this isn't like a language that she's really familiar with. She just like kind of starts like mouthing and she's like, wait, I can actually read this. This is kind of cool, I guess.
Hold on, guys. I'm smart as fuck.
No.
All right, Chowder. What do it say?
What does the door say?
Squeak, squeak, squeak.
Nothing,
squeak, squeak,
because it
squeak.
doesn't have hinges.
Oh,
so
right, it does. Oh,
creak.
fuck me. Yeah, no.
I mean, it could grind.
Do a little bump and grind, eh?
Yeah.
Tell me what that door do.
There are doors that don't have hinges. They're on wheels sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
They slide
to the left
or the right. They can't hop though. I'll tell you that.
All right, so here it is. I am the ender of wars, the death of civilizations, the rise of kings, the fall of jesters. I am the bane of heroes. To avoid me is to meet me. To accept me is paradise. What am I?
I'm gonna like turn around. Is it like time? I feel like it's time.
Is it death? I'm going to read this out loud so that Locke knows that I can... Well, he knows what it says, but it also shows that I can read.
I am literate, you asshole.
Is it death?
It does not react to death, but when you say time, it glows for a brief moment, but then stops.
So it's something to do with time.
Say it in Infernal.
Oh no!
You say it in Infernal, same reaction.
Oh, okay.
Damn it.
sorry. That's like a button. Start to clean up the drool all over my face of that guttural scream.
Never before has that tongue been uttered in this place.
Wait! I think I know what this is. Wait, it's like the creatures that we're going against. It's time blocked.
When you say the time part of that, it does the same reaction. When you say lock, it doesn't.
I was going for the whole Sherlock thing.
Yeah, Sherlock. So it has something to do with time. So time. I'm just gonna keep on saying time as it keeps on like blipping up. So time something.
Time. Sage.
What if we all?
Oregano.
What if we all just keep saying time and charge it up? Time.
The world explodes.
So we're gonna auto pitch that.
Yeah. Let's go through the riddle again. So, I am the ender of wars, the death of civilizations, the rise of kings, the fall of jesters, the doom of heroes. To avoid me is to meet me, and to embrace me is to find paradise.
Batman. It's Batman.
Yes, it's Batman. No, it's not Batman.
Fuck.
Bat time. Same bat time. Same bat channel.
The passage of time. He's got time lost. Lost.
What
time.
is the end of time?
Why would the end of time be the rise of kings?
Yeah, that's okay.
So the passage of time. The
Is it a
end of
clock?
time doesn't. It kind of fits in some ways.
Yeah, but why would embracing a clock help you find paradise?
Waiting.
What is patience?
Okay, so passage of time actually does get another reaction. This time it glows for a little longer before fading away again.
Okay, so the passage of time. So
I keep saying what is.
what is the passage of time?
I thought you were doing that on purpose. I didn't realize that you were stuck in Jeopardy mode.
We're all in jeopardy.
Pat.
I'm in danger.
Well, for now, I'm going to bring it over to Bait, and
Okay. The second Bait appears with the crystal, wild shape, mouse, into the cell.
Okay, you peer into the passed. There's no, Major Lords around right now. They're off trying to find you guys.
Oh, hold on. I think this breaks my concentration. So the bears do disappear for sure. In case they hadn't already, the bears are gone again. But yes, I'm a mouse.
You see an old man with his back turned to you, a little disheveled because, dungeon, but still, I didn't say dilapidated, okay?
No, you didn't. He is not a dilapidated man.
But still, fairly healthy, and his back is currently turned to you. What do you do?
Bait is going to, and I know that mice aren't very emotive, but if they were, this is like the saddest looking mouse you've ever seen. Bait is gonna skitter his way around to the front of Osmeros, sitting crisscross applesauce, or if his hand is out, he's gonna try to crawl up onto him and get his attention, like sticking his nose in the air, doing the little sniffy that rodents do.
So you see a man and currently in meditation, but when you do your little mouse thing, he takes notice and sees a mouse below. He looks and says,
"Hello, little friend."
I would imagine, and this is just going off of Bates' character sheet, I would imagine Osmeros, being Bates' master, has the ability to speak with animals.
Yes, he does have the ability to speak with animals.
So Bait is going to try to speak to it in mouse, hoping that it understands. So I guess out loud, what you hear is just like squeaking noises. If Osmeros understands, I'll say the conversation.
Yeah, he understands, so tell me what you say.
Okay.
Because I don't know his mouse. He knows.
Yeah. Yeah, this is going to be horrible audio of Chowder and I squeaking at each other. Bait is going to say, "I finally found you. Are you okay? Do you know what's happening?"
Bait? I thought you were away.
I am. I was. Osmeros, things are about to go so badly. And from what I've been told, things are about to go so poorly. And I just... On my own, I have no way of helping you, but I have friends who might be able to help. Like, Bait does not want to betray the complexity of the time travel stuff or, like, the 3-day loop or anything, and is just going to say, like, "You have taught me so much, and I am so grateful, and that I wasn't here when everything happens, I will never forgive myself."
He's a little confused, but then he asks,
What happens?
Asmagath, all the lies, all the politics that the Mage Lords brought with them that you said we could just sit and wait through, we can't. The Crown Mage Lord himself will be here tomorrow, and what they are planning is going to change everything. I thought I would never see you again. And Bait has to refocus. If we can do what we are trying to do, and you listen to me now, you might be okay.
I suppose I do have a bit of chrome on my face. As I've sat here, I've thought about you, and I've thought about stuff that's happened.
I know I was not the closest follower of your teachings and of pacifism, but trust me, this is not a foe we can just sit and ignore. I feel like you're about to hit me with some dank wisdom, but listen, if you don't fight, then that's it.
So I've been thinking about what exactly they were planning. You never were much for the study of the gods.
It's just more politics.
Echoing from the future here, yeah, Bait, you've always been a piece of shit.
You never did pay attention to my lessons, but Asmagath and Azagar, what the Mage Lords say is correct, but perhaps not accurate. They are gods of order and chaos in a sense, but perhaps the language that they translate from, the word order and chaos are more synonyms. They are gods of time, but different kinds of time.
Bait's little fuzzy mouse eyebrows are furrowed very hard.
Yeah, that's what I figured. You're not my Bait, are you?
Yeah, Bait says, not quite.
Well, let me give you a quick translation.
Osmero starts ruffling through his papers, muttering to himself.
Azagar translates chaos is kind of right, but it translates to fate. And Asmagath, his name translates to change. Their big dilemma was
that they had a disagreement over how time should operate. One believed that time should be set in stone. The other believed in a world where change can happen, that there is no true plan. That is the big difference between the two.
Then Bait will say, I may cross paths with them. They're remnants, they're something soon. I can't stay long, but I need to make sure I get this right. What can I do?
Well, first, you need to tell me what it is that's gonna happen. I want to help.
I honestly don't know what the event is, but the Mage Lords want these gods gone. As much as I hate to have lived with the regret of leaving you to perish, I am so selfishly grateful I was not there, because the cataclysm that they caused is ground shaking. I think that really is all Bait knows about it, because Bait literally has not seen it, and like Arlen doesn't know specifically what happened with the gods. So
here's the plan. First, you need to get us all out, and we will start an evacuation. Anyone who can come with us will try to leave the island. And you do what you need to do.
Bait is going to step down off of Osmeros, transform back into his real self, palming the crystal, and say, I will come back and I will save you. But first, I need to make sure it will even fucking matter. Thank you. And Bait returns to the future.
You're back in the future, in a cell with one of the...
Oh, son of a bitch, I'm so dumb.
I mean, thankfully for you, it doesn't attack, it just stares at you, unblinking.
Bait is, like, once again, like, is heartbroken at looking at Osmeros in this corrupted state. Is there an easy way for me to get out of the cell, or no?
Yeah, you can just get out of the cell. You know, it's locked, but, like, years of rot.
It's dilapidated. Bait catches up to the group and sees them all staring at the puzzle, and like wipes tears from his eyes and says, "What did I miss?"
Well, nothing much has changed.
Opposite reaction, actually. Instead of glowing, it grows dimmer before going back to the original state.
Oh, then yeah, I don't know if we have no fucking clue.
The Bait is just gonna look down at Maeve and say, What's happening here? What's that on the wall? I don't know.
Can we, like, roll intelligence to have our characters figure it out? Because we are clearly not smart enough.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I can't believe nobody's rolling insight. Abuse that thing.
Does anybody want to roll insight, or?
I was gonna do intelligence, not insight, but...
Intelligence. Roll intelligence, I guess.
Okie dokie. That is an unnatural 20.
You're starting to understand that this is a sort of religious creed.
Would you like tell Bait the thing? Because Bait can't read Infernal.
Yes, it is. I think that's implied. We're just trying to figure out this riddle.
Yes, okay.
So I will relay the fact that it is to do with the religion stuff. So if it's responding to time, which one of them is the god of time?
They both are.
You know, I assume you also relay that they're different aspects of time.
Yeah, Bait will just repeat what Osmero said.
Okay, which one was the change one?
That would be Asmagath.
Do the other one.
Azagar. Bait's gonna roll religion. Nat 20! Nat fucking 20!
Bullshit. I don't believe it.
No! Nat fucking 20!
Colin doesn't believe in the heart of the dice, so he wouldn't lie about the dice.
This is true.
Dice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you actually say Azagar, or?
Oh yeah, I was saying Bait actually
I told
says
him to
that.
say it, yeah.
Yeah, Bait absolutely says Azagar out loud upon Locke's prompting.
I'm gonna answer your nat 20 on that religion check anyways, but basically upon saying Azagar, it starts to flash and glow, and like as it does, it sort of unfolds into a spiraling staircase down. A green glow emanates from the hole. Your religion check has you understand that there's a few ways to answer the question due to the weird nature of language, but basically saying Azagar, fate, order would all work to open the door.
Wait, so Bait his name is a key to opening this door?
I said fate.
Oh, fate. Oh, I thought you said
F-
bait, and I was like,
Yeah.
what?
Well, that's not a really secure password.
I did actually think that's like, it's just a god's name, but the one that they all worship? Well, that doesn't seem super secure. You're kind of like folding my hands in front of me like I didn't think about it, and it's dumb.
Arlen goes, I mean, you didn't guess it, so.
Yeah, because it's dumb.
Overcome with emotion, Bait walks down the stairs.
We walk down the stairs, all of us.
You all walk down the stairs. A green glow emanates, and you have entered the gates of fate.
.com.
To embrace me is to find paradise.
I really got to go to the bathroom, and like I don't need to be here for this, but I'm so
good. They go to the bathroom.
No, I want to listen. I want to listen.